everyone, and welcome to Tales Does Tales, where we here at Tales of Initiative play through Tales from the Yawning Portal with an eldritch twist. I am your GM, Matt, and I am so pleased to be telling this story with our delightfully daring and fantastically frightening cast of players, Haley, Sam, Joe, and Rasp.
Hello.
There's a callback. Before we jump into our
every week, guys.
Before we jump into our game,
It's never going to be normal.
No, never. Not here. A quick shout out to our amazing sponsors. Check out Nightbot and Chat for the full list of all of our fantastic sponsors. But definitely check out Emberwind if you are looking for a new twist on classic TTRPGs. Emberwind is a great way to play some high fantasy, cool stuff happening, but without a GM. Forever GMs, you get a break. Because I was so curious about the system that I dove into some of the monster stat blocks and stuff to figure out how they work. And the system for how you run the monsters is so friggin' cool. If you're just a mechanics nerd like I am, or if you're looking for a cool system that lets everyone take the night off and just tell a story together, check out Emberwind. Also check out our Discord where you could follow along all of our shows, chat with us about what's going on, share memes about all of the silly things that we inevitably get up to, all that good stuff. Anything anyone wants to talk about before we jump in? Any new happenings? Any cool kids stuff? What are the kids talking about on your tweeters?
What are the kids
on your mostodons?
Oh
Good Lord.
Tales of
What do they call over there?
Misadventure.
Trunks? Toots?
Toots. Oh my
What?
god.
Anyone send out any toots on Mastodon yet?
I send toots everywhere
Heck
Oh
yes.
my god.
with love.
It's because of all the beans.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Texas do be having beans, bro.
Mhm.
Gotta keep
Tales
up
of
that cowboy
Misadventure
lifestyle.
has we'll be doing a Kids on Brooms holiday special for the next couple of weeks, so that's cool. Want to look
Very
at
cool.
that?
Exciting.
Kids on
Oh,
Brooms is great.
Tales. Oh, we're also on Misadventure is also on Spotify with episode 1 of Thirsty Sword Lesbians.
Yes.
Amazing.
It's so
Yes,
cool.
if you don't always have time to check out our VODs or our YouTube channel, you can now listen in on Spotify.
Yeah.
You'll get
We're
thirsty in your ears.
We're slowly getting all the different shows up on the Spotify. It's exciting. It's an exciting thing.
It's a
Very
good time.
exciting.
That's all I have.
Excellent. Anyone else before we jump in?
Raven and Riddle is filling Kickstarter orders.
You are in the full post Kickstarter.
Yep.
I don't know what
If you
word
missed
goes
it-
there, but yes.
If you missed it, message me. We'll figure it out.
Oh,
We're
figured
slowly
out.
getting there.
Sam is an amazing dice artiste, so I'm just saying.
Thank you, darling.
Check out this sweet chunk, this chunkosaurus,
Yay.
just for me,
Chonkosaurus.
just for me to roll fancy numbers that go high.
Yep.
Murder
Immediately fucks me up every time.
That one's actually been the fairest D20 to y'all. I feel like all
Oh,
of my
good.
other ones are out for blood. That one's like, nah. One of them's cool. I'll
I
save.
feel like you blame the dice when in fact, Matt, you may be out for blood a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
Well,
that's
you-
about the dice, dude.
All your fault.
Skulls for the skull throat.
Mm-hmm. Blood for the blood god.
Blood for the blood god.
Alrighty.
Literally
That
sitting
was
here
far
with a
too-
paint that's
That
called
was far-
Blood for the blood god in front of
Yes,
me.
I was
Yeah.
wondering if you had that. Yes.
Yep, of course I do.
Speaking of, we should dive in and see what happens next.
Or we
Because
could
when last
not.
we told our tale, the group attempted to take a long rest. And while most found some sleep, some had some rather interesting dreams. Visions of Tiamat, who praised Winnie and Anya for their offering, and a conversation between Daya and Vitapel, who warned of his latest fuck up.
With no
Seriously,
specifics.
No specifics, no. That would be too easy.
Yeah.
Saoirse used this opportunity to act on some worries that she's been having, going off on her own to try and find the grove.
Oh, I didn't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, just hiding behind your hair. I didn't do a party
Who?
split, no.
No.
Do the bad.
Mm-mm.
But her trip was cut short when she attempted to hide from the bugbear gardener Pattie, ducking into a room of skeleton gardeners who, led by a malicious blight that was hiding in a nearby shrubbery, combat ensued, nearly killing Saoirse and waking the rest, who left their visions just in time to save her, leaving her in Winnie's crosshairs as she levels a fresh arrow at the druid. You are in the northern hall that connects what you imagine to be several arboretums. The corpse of Pattie and her scythe lay on the floor. And Winnie is looking down the arrow shaft at Saoirse.
Saoirse?
Winnie. The
Where are
arrow.
you going?
Put the arrow down, darling.
Where are you going?
I just wanted to not. I just didn't want you guys to
Hmm?
get hurt because I'm doing something stupid.
That's what we're here for.
But like, I want. Okay, all right. I'm gonna. I guess I'll pop a little just closer. I feel like they have a lot of answers. This Belak person, and I didn't want to get in the way of everybody doing the job because I know it's the most important for everybody else. But
So you're just going to go get yourself killed?
I don't know. I want answers, and
We can't help you? You don't want us to help you?
no, I love all of you. I love all of you so much. I don't want
You could have
to
gotten
get
hurt. Yeah, but
Love you and we don't want
You're
you to
on
hurt
your-
love.
yeah, you're on your own. No. I really don't like that you left us.
I'm sorry. I didn't want you to get hurt because of my decisions.
If you talked about them, they could be a team decision.
Mm-hmm.
But it's didn't want.
Darling, if you get hurt and we don't know about it, then we're just wondering. And we don't know where you've gone. And that does hurt us.
Winnie knew, sort of.
We guessed.
Not enough.
That's.
And I know you
Yeah.
didn't tell me more because you didn't want me to come along, I guess. And I lower my arrow to the ground.
I didn't want you to come because I didn't want something that I knew was going. Well, I didn't know something that I didn't know how it was going to turn out to go bad on you. Because if something happened to you, it would be.
So then we just never get to know what happened to you?
Well, I'm just
My
me.
sister?
But you're desperately important to us.
Yes.
And if everything does go bad, if all of us are there, we can help. And if we're all there, one of us might get hurt a little, but we're much less likely to be permanently injured. Whereas if you go by yourself, you don't have that. And that scares us. That scares me.
A lot.
That's fair. I didn't think about it like that.
Okay. I'm not trying to admonish you. I just want you to understand that we deeply care about you and we don't.
I definitely am. I'm telling you off. When he wants to throw the arrow at Saoirse in Saoirse's direction. Not obviously, it's not gonna do anything. It's gonna go and then clank to the ground, but it's just out of frustration.
Gosh.
You could have not come back.
But then if what I think is going to be helpful is bad, it wouldn't have hurt you.
We would have found it anyway and gotten hurt without you and know nothing about it.
I'll make this promise to you right now. If you go missing, we're going to come looking for you.
Yeah, every time.
And then we will run into whatever you ran into without warning.
You guys. Just like crying a little bit. It's like weirdly. It's like a weird color of crying.
Mushroomy cry.
Mushroomy, kind of like goopy looking.
So
black.
there's little mushroom men
Yeah.
just.
It's just little
I was thinking-
mushrooms growing down the sides of my face.
I was thinking like
You
there could be like little patches and stuff, and it like wakes up when the water
Yes.
goes there because
Oh my god,
Love
yes.
it. I'm just, I don't.
So cute and disgusting.
All at the same time. I just love you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be bad. I guess.
Bad. I understand what you were trying to do, but I understand your intention. I just don't know that it was the right action to carry out the intention. If that makes any sense. But if we're all here, do we want to look for some answers?
It would be nice. Winnie. I'm sorry. I just love you
Okay.
so much.
Just don't do it again. Or next time, I'll be the one that hurts you so nothing can.
Okay. That's fair. I think.
Sounds good to me.
Go give Winnie a big hug. You gotta give Betty a big hug.
Forearms.
Mm-hmm. And Winnie comes away soaked in my blood because I'm just like bleeding. I'm just bleeding.
Oh.
That's great.
You are hurt.
I'm fine.
No.
It's fine. It's good. I'm okay. We can go. It's cool.
And this is why your plan didn't work.
Maybe.
Let's get you fixed up and then finish off this plan of yours, I guess, right?
I suppose. Is everybody else okay?
Yes.
I will. Gentle mechanical reminder: if y'all don't go and finish your long rest, you will tank a point of exhaustion and then won't regain any other resources.
Yes, I would
Okay.
very much like to go finish our long rest.
Yes.
Okay.
You're finished. You're going to sleep.
I'm going to sleep, I guess.
We start our watches again for this last part of the not including Saoirse.
I love you. It's not. It wasn't malicious, I promise. I just didn't want anybody to get hurt.
I know, and now we don't trust you. Or I don't trust you
Oh,
to leave.
okay.
You are all able to return to that little room and settle in for a little bit more rest. It does take you a little longer. You're basically having to like undo some of the flush out those stress hormones, get rid of all of that amped up. Does anyone, Anya, you said you wanted to look at the scythe. Is there anything else that you were looking at while you were here?
I also want to check any of Pattie's pockets or anything like that where she may have stowed away a note or anything she actually has from Belak.
Sure.
Or anything else.
Give me an investigation check.
Yes. 12.
12. Sorted through her pockets, you find strapped to her side a couple of like gardening implements in addition to the scythe, and you also find a potion of healing.
Grab that.
Useful.
There's no notes on her person, but you do see like a couple of like open pages on like one of the bench at the far north of this hallway that is it's got a little bit of written in there. You take a quick glance at it, I assume.
Yeah. Grab
It's
it.
it's like simple instructions on like how to tend for different types of plants and like some basic herbalism stuff. Nothing crazy advanced. It's kind of like, you know, the basics, and also like a couple of notes about like not messing with the blights too much, and a couple of like command words that would be useful for like calming them down while she goes. She imagined that she would like go into the arboretums and check things out, and so like stuff to say to the blights to get them to participate, to get them to not just attack her on sight.
That's useful. Take that. I'll let Winnie know about the command words. Just kind of like pass off the pages if I can.
Yeah. You're not sure if these are like magical words, like if the blights would be programmable, right? Like if anyone says them, if it'll work, but it's a better shot than nothing. Out of curiosity, this is one of those, why DM? Why are you asking this question? Out of curiosity, what would be if at any at all, your sort of wake up routine, going through your equipment, any kind of that stuff? Like how thoroughly do you check over your stuff when you wake up, or when do you check over your stuff?
Anya would probably do so before going to sleep and upon waking up. Thea rarely, if at
Okay.
all.
You
Saoirse,
need
I
to
saw
know from
Winnie
each
give
of
a
us?
big shake no.
A little.
No.
Yeah.
Very, very rarely checks what she has on her. Doesn't even know what she has. She's not carrying a lot. I would imagine not. It says she
Diet-
is.
Di is meticulously organized. Everything is checked before bed. Everything is checked upon waking up. Everything has a place in the pack.
I check
Yeah.
out the raffle. That's about it.
Fred is just nubbing in the little point curse. He's just nubbing around.
Fred,
It's
The
back!
Scritchies. Scritchies for
Uh,
Fred.
the furry body sort of like wiggles into the scritches, but it's a very strange feeling.
Love it.
Daya and Anya.
Mm-hmm.
Anya, you notice that you are not wearing a ring you were wearing when you went to bed. And Daya, you notice that there is a key that you had, a mystery key that is now missing from its place in your pack.
Fuck. Something has stolen from us, I suppose. Something stolen
Okay.
from me. I'm suddenly missing that key that we found.
Did we see Bilge when we came back?
Oh, was that mystery key the one that Eustriel gave you
Yeah.
as reward for the? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What'd you ask, Anya?
Did we see Bilge when we came back?
When you come back, Bilge is like sort of cleaning up the room and like bussing any like mushroom soup bowls that have already been eaten. Hey, can I get y'all anything? Any more mushroom? Any wine?
Sure. Why don't you join us for a drink, Bilge?
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Great.
Scampers off, comes back with some wine cups.
I'm gonna give Saoirse that potion of healing that we found on.
No, you don't have to. This is my fault. I should live with my mistakes.
Your mistake.
Wait, have we finished our long rest?
No.
For the sake of like knocking stuff off on your character sheets, you can absolutely finish the long rest. I will say that, did anyone else cast? Saoirse, I know you cast a bunch of spells, so I will say that all the spells that you cast, they have still been cast, and
Yes.
Dia, I think you cast one spell that
Yeah.
took a spell slot, so get all
Yeah.
of your spells back except for that spell slot.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. I casted. Actually, interesting.
But we're back at full health.
I only cast one spell. Interesting. What? Did
I know
only
you did a
cast one?
nice. Oh yeah, you only did an ice knife.
Oh,
It
yeah, I
was
only
just a
did an
super
ice
good
knife.
ice knife.
It was a good ice
Um,
knife. And it was while I was exiting the skeleton.
Yeah,
Like fuck
that was
you.
great. Yes, you are otherwise at full hit points.
Nope.
Am I?
And if you didn't, if you hadn't already gotten, like I gave y'all some spell slots, but not all of them for the semi-long rest. If you had
Yeah.
missing ones from that, you get those. So you have long rested except for what you just used in that combat.
Gotcha.
I don't think I used anything.
I don't think you. I think you got like one spell slot back. So I think you were pretty low on spells.
Yeah.
I'm just might be shooting myself in the foot, but I feel like I shouldn't get all of my hit points back.
All of your hit points back.
Yeah, no.
Here, how about this? I will roll.
I feel
a
like
D10.
that's an hour of hit point is
You get 5 you're 5 off of max.
okay.
Your max HP isn't reduced, just your current.
Okay. Heal. There we go. There we go.
And I will give you a point of inspiration for volunteering for verisimilitude in your HPs.
Oh, thank you. I
Just
like
a reminder, because I think
inspiration.
every DM does it different entails. Inspiration for me is if you roll the d20 and you get no numbers, that you can re-roll a d20. So that includes with advantage and disadvantage. It's not adding advantage to the roll, it's replacing a d20. So if you roll, say with disadvantage, and you roll like a 5 and a 7, you can re-roll the 5 to try and make that 7 the disadvantage. Or if you roll with advantage, it's a 2 and a 3, you can re-roll either one of them. That kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna keep that in mind. You're gonna have to remind me later though, because I got the memory of a
Yes.
goldfish.
That's okay.
Isn't there
Okay.
space for it on the character sheet?
There is space for marking inspiration, but what the inspiration mechanic is, I'll
Right.
happily remind
Fair.
you in the moment.
Fair, fair.
Yeah.
And you don't have to call it. You can be like, I roll. Oh, that was awful. I'll re-roll and spend my inspiration. You don't have to call it ahead of time.
I roll. That's what I'm gonna start saying whenever I roll my dice.
I roll.
I roll.
Out
Oh.
of us.
Roll out.
Roll out.
That was bad. Re-roll out.
Build.
Re-roll out.
Rick roll out.
Yes.
Never gonna give you up.
Oh, the chaos.
Okay. All right.
I'm just now picturing like the Michael Bay Star Scream, just doing the dance. Bilge returns with a couple of cups and a nice jug of goblin wine. All right, let's. Hey, no time like the present. Starts passing out cups and pouring.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I accept one, but I'm not drinking.
Winnie and
drinks it
Saoirse
up.
are just over here like,
Regret that.
Let it ride.
Care if something is missing when it doesn't belong to her.